Harper didn't trust it. He never trusted things that came gift-wrapped. Meanwhile, Cindy's family had flown in from Virginia once more, their grief sharper now that the early adrenaline of the search had faded into a slow, grinding despair. Cindy's mother, still clinging to the belief that her daughter was alive, spent long hours sitting in the living room of Cindy's apartment, staring at the half-finished pumpkin she'd carved before the Halloween party. The orange flesh had shriveled, collapsing inward. Its grin looked warped and broken, as if mocking them. Friend began to share stories Harper hadn't heard before, about Cindy's tendency to push herself past exhaustion, about late-night walks home alone from campus, about her trusting nature. None of it seemed suspicious on its own, but Harper's instincts told him these were pieces of a puzzle he hadn't yet seen in full. Then, an anonymous tip arrived. A mail caller, voice calm but deliberate, claimed he had seen Cindy getting into a car with two men on the night she vanished. He described the vehicle as an older sedan, dark blue, with one missing hubcap. Harper's stomach tightened. The exact detail about the hubcap had appeared in a report from another missing person case, the same one linked to the Shadow. But Harper's focus was about to be pulled in yet another direction. A prison informant in Luzerne County came forward, claiming that Hugo Selensky, a man already suspected in multiple murders, had once bragged about a girl from State College who fit the right look. It was vague, and there was no name, but the chilling part was the time frame. It matched perfectly with Cindy's disappearance. Still, there was no hard proof, just shadows and echoes. The case files grew thicker, yet the clarity grew thinner. Every lead Harper chased seemed to dissolve in his hands, leaving behind more questions than answers. He began to sense that someone or several someones were watching the investigation, nudging it just enough to keep the truth out of reach. Then came a call that changed everything. A hiker, walking through a wooded area in Monroe County, stumbled upon a scattering of personal items, a compact mirror, a torn piece of pink fabric, and a set of keys. The compact was cheap, the kind you might find in any store. But the pink fabric, Harper had seen it before, in a photo taken at Cindy's apartment weeks earlier. It was from her rabbit ear headband, the same one she'd worn to the Halloween party. Forensic analysis would take weeks. Harper didn't have weeks. He drove to the site himself, tracing the hiker's path through the brittle leaves and skeletal trees. The woods were eerily silent, save for the distant sound of water trickling over rocks. Then he saw it, the impression in the soil, long since faded, but still recognizable to a trained eye. The outline of a shoe print, small, narrow, possibly a woman's. Nearby, a second print, larger, deeper. And the way they were positioned told a silent story. Someone had been standing too close to her. Harper felt the chill settle into his bones. This was no random drop of belongings. Cindy had been here, but before he could push further into the woods, another presence entered the frame.